Hello once again, this is Brother Teacher. Pressure points are vital points in a street fight. Which one is better? That's an interesting question and thought. I'm going to say this to you as it relates to martial arts again too. I'm a very intuitive and a very philosophical martial arts instructor, as opposed to just only physical. You'll see me do things physical. I have those videos online. I want to do more physical self-defense sessions here on the internet or YouTube. They're up and coming. But be that as it may, in this particular video, I'm talking to you as I have done for many years. And I'm not going to stop doing that, because some of the things and many of the things that I tell you, I want you to really just simply think. Because we are missing this aspect of our training. Most of us like to see things all of the time, you know, punches and throws and sweeps and arm breaks and all of these types of things on videos. We're so animated in our approach to life that one of the lost arts is really thinking. And I hope that you comprehend what I'm saying to you. It is just so simple. So, with that said, pressure points versus vital points when it comes to a street confrontation. I'm not going to worry your patience too long. I'm just going to get right to it. Many of us have seen Rukyo Jiu-Jitsu or Rukyo Kempo, pressure point martial arts systems and or styles that pride themselves only on pressure points. They are good. Some of them are very, very good. But let me educate you. Now, I do understand that on this platform called YouTube, everyone can see these videos. Make a footnote of what I just said. Everyone can see these videos. Now, with that said, you must also understand or comprehend that even bad people watch these videos with wrong intentions. So why would we expose certain elements of fighting, whether it be unarmed fighting or even weaponry, to include guns? Why would we expose too much of that information for the whole wide world to see? Because we're going to embolden and encourage people who have the wrong intentions to do the wrong things. Martial arts is no different, ladies and gentlemen. When we start talking about pressure points, for example, and I've seen many martial arts instructors on YouTube demonstrating pressure points, even so-called killing points. Why would you expose that information, if it were true, to the vast audience here on the internet, to include children who watch those things? You really should not. Keep it simple and keep it plain. So, pressure points, getting back to the original question, should those be used above vital points in the street fight? What are pressure points? They are those many, many, many meridians in the human body, over 300, that can cause injury and even death. Many of us know it in the martial arts. It's pressure points. Some have called it in time past, old school, Dimmock. Count Dante made it popular or famous, that term. So there are pressure points that can immobilize an arm, render you temporarily blind, stop you from breathing, paralyze your leg momentarily, cause your heart rate to drop. These are all legitimate pressure points. But let me tell you something that's real important for you to know. In a actual street confrontation where adrenaline is flowing through both parties, both the opponents, or adversary, if you will. Do you think anyone would allow you to apply a pressure point on them when they're trying to avoid you touching them, number one, and they're trying to hit you? It's going to happen in milliseconds, a street fight, and the engagement and the blows being exchanged. You have to have a presence of mind, and you have to have the right timing and opportunity to apply pressure points. Most of them. Anyone can get a pressure point off in a controlled environment or a demonstration on the video such as YouTube. But how practical is that in an actual street fight? It's not. I answered that immediately. It's not. So I would buy myself towards the vital striking points. Something that's already exposed to you that you can get to just like that. Now, I was taught as a child in the martial arts, and it only makes sense. A vital spot would be your eyes. You need your eyes to see. Now, if you're in the street fight with someone and you rake the eyes with this fanning technique here, just like that, or a gouge with the thumb or finger, or even a spear hand to the eye, quickly, boom, you slow that opponent's reaction time down, because now they have to contend with, I can't see out of this eye, buying you time to get away or to further your attack. That's called a vital spot. Another vital spot that's always exposed is your throat. A knife hand or a wide strike to the throat here, or a pseudo or yakudo or ridge hand, if you will, to the throat at the proper time, you get an immediate response, because you have to breathe. You have to see and you have to breathe. Those two things are great vital spots to attack in a street confrontation when you're protecting yourself. And for men, the genitalia. A good, well-placed knee to the groin. Even in a woman's case, you can hit a woman in the groin. She has a groin. She just doesn't have testes. She has a groin. You have a bladder down below. A good knee to the bladder and groin will yield you a good positive result so that you can get out of that situation. And a good placed attack to the stomach with a knee or even an elbow or a good placed punch can slow your opponent down. And you can attack an opponent's knees with a well-placed side kick. Even a palm strike to a knee. If you're on your knees and you can see your opponent's legs, a palm strike here to the knee while you're on the ground. That's a vulnerable area as well. All of these things can be done just like that in the street fight. All you have to do is, when you are training in your martial arts studio, and if you're not studying martial arts, when you're studying at home with the family members or in a self-defense class, you go over these things repeatedly with repetition, and then it becomes muscle memory, and then it can save your life. So the conclusion of the matter is this: should you try to use pressure points in a street fight where everything is heightened and it's a whole lot of speed involved in the aggression? Or should you use the vital spots? What's quicker? I would lean towards always the vital spots. The eyes, the throat, the palm strike to the nose, the elbow to the nose, the side of the neck with a chop. There's blood traveling through the arteries. You can cause unconsciousness. The bladder, as I forestated, the groin, the knees. These are always available to you. And if you have the presence of mind while you're engaging, you seek out those targets every single time. And they could save your life. So I choose the vital spots in a street fight above pressure points, unless the opportunity presents itself. This is Brother Teacher. So long.